I don't see Greg yet. Greg was gonna be online if he could get there, just like then. Okay, we're gonna call to order the meeting. Let's take a look at the July report. Minutes and everything. Has everybody got a chance to look through those? We have to look through real quickly and I will entertain a motion to.
I will have to abstain, well, not present.
I will make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Good motions.
I was. Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries, okay. Then we'll move to the treasurer's report. And here we'll get a good one. Bad. We'll get a good one.
Well, we got some interest, as in money. Of our checking account, $37.99. Both of our CDs, together earned $817.77, which came in to the coffers for a total of $855.76. We had expense of $36,879.25 for the second quarter payment to LCDC. And we have a total of $206.75 in operating expenses, $38.75 to Evergy, $125 for tall grass mowing, $38 for the monthly QuickBooks, and $5 bank fee for printing out the. That is everything for this month. Entertain or a motion to approve.
Chair, I move that we adopt the financials as reported.
Second.
Move to second, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. One thing before we get to the LCDC reports, I did sign off on our annual deer hunt this year. Has never had anybody have a problem with that. I hope I didn't do that in error. But I've signed off for the.
What is it? I'm sorry.
They bring the kids in that are disabled in wheelchairs.
Oh, absolutely.
You're down here at the end of the.
Oh,
property.
yeah, okay.
They've done it for forever, but.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't overstep my bounds.
No, no.
Sign off on that. So I'll make sure everybody knew that. I didn't want to surprise them.
Yeah, do we need a motion to approve it?
No.
Yeah,
no,
the city just has to have contract signed,
I
since you own the property. That they can,
Allow you to do that.
know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha, I do.
I forgot. I made it the last one. I missed.
How we doing?
A chance to. Just got to say that I've done it. Okay, now we'll hand this off for our LCDC reports.
Project activity is just been kind of slow. It's typically slow during the summer months. And then on top of it, you throw some economic issues and tariff issues, and we're just kind of hold. I have a feeling that we'll see some pickup, especially as the reshoring is occurring. I mean, these people are gonna need to find places to locate, so I'm hopeful. Project Seed is just a local developer that asked about available properties in the Urban Hess Business Center. I just provided what's available. There are 3 lots left in the Urban Hess Business Center, and so I just provided that. And as soon as he shows interest, I will share that information with you all. Since you are the owners of those properties. And any updates on ongoing projects? Wolf Creek is an active project. I think that will go to the Board of County Commission soon so that people can talk about that one. Been working with the county and the state on that project. And Project River was one more that I checked in with that one to see how things were going, although I'm very aware that Project River is going to be a very slow one. It's going to take probably multiple years. So, but every once in a while, it's important that I check in and make sure and see if there's anything that needs to be done. I think that's pretty much it on the project report for this. If that's okay, I'll move on to my other items. One thing I just wanted to give you, the last couple of meetings, you have talked about the Travis Pappenberg's property in the Urban Hess Business Center. It's lot 17. I can go over there and point it out to you. It's between County Road Brewing Company and Midstar Lab. And it's just like a less than 2 acre lot that he purchased, but you all put a requirement in the real estate contract that said you need to build a building of at least 5,000 square feet within 4 years of the deed. And so that is coming up March of 2026. So Doug has expressed interest in making sure that we give him a little bit of notice. Hey, here's a reminder. What are your plans? The alternative is if he doesn't want to build, he can sell the property back to the Port Authority for 20,000, which is what he paid for it. Okay.
Basically fall back.
Yeah.
The idea, he's not gonna be able to get, in my mind, he's not gonna be able to get the plans approved. Get
All that
the- all that down to
Yeah.
46, let's go ahead and let him know, go write him a check today, if that's what we have to do, get back so we can start marking that.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's one of those clawbacks, and Chris has been very helpful.
So we signed the letter to,
Here.
that Lisa wrote to send to him,
And I'll send that.
notifying him.
It's not threatening, it's simply
No.
saying this.
Well, that's what it is,
If you want to read it, I'm happy to look at it.
I just don't wanna, I don't see the reason to wait until March and then have him find a reason to delay that. Keep us from marketing that lot for 5 or 6 months for whatever.
Unless it's a good reason, but he's gonna have to come to us to, to get that approved, an extension approved, I would
Yeah.
think, so.
All right. As far as marketing for LCDC's side, although it's for Port Authority as well. I went to a some of you, I'm sorry, you guys just heard this last week. I'll go through it really quick. I went to Team Kansas trip to Los Angeles, and that was coordinated by Peter Ruiz, who is our West Coast business recruitment project manager. And so that attracted, he brought 11 site consultants. And as I've mentioned before, we do things here in the Kansas City area. We even try to bring site consultants here, but we cannot get them to come here like we'd love to. So sometimes we have to go to them.
Yeah.
And that's part of our marketing budget. The other trip was I was invited by the KCADC, our Regional Economic Development Organization, to go to Chicago with them and the Royals. All we paid for was the travel. They had a wonderful venue where they invited site consultants, and we got to talk to Chicago site consultants and see a baseball game at Wrigley. And so it was a fun experience, but I got to have some good conversations with some site consultants that I've actually met and talked to before and just was able to foster the relationship. I mentioned this before, kind of a cool thing. Mayor Quentin Lucas was there. I got to have a conversation with him. And when we got to the venue where we were all there with the site consultants, he and Tim Cowden, the CEO for KCADC, and one of the Royals leadership got up and did a quick speech, and he mentioned Leavenworth County because we had just talked about it. So I thought, yeah, that's cool. We got a little exposure.
That's the beach networking.
That's right. So that was great. Upcoming tomorrow, I go to Austin, Texas with Team Kansas, and then Team Kansas event in Minneapolis next month. That's a new one. We've never done Minneapolis. This one is where the project manager, the business recruitment project manager from the state is going to organize meetings at the companies themselves, and instead of bringing them to like a place to eat or something.
So is there anything when you go to these meetings, is there anything that stands out to you? When you talk to these people in networking, is there any clear direction or anything that they're looking at or anything
Well,
you can use that you can use back here to help?
Absolutely. Besides the relationships, besides, making sure that they know about us and the things that are available here, they share with me what they're looking for. And a lot of times, unfortunately, we need lots and lots of power. Power is the biggest issue. So we are continuing our relationship with Evergy, letting them know, I know you guys are not able to build speculatively as part of the law, but we really need you to find ways to get more power, because that's what's holding us back.
Gotcha.
So,
And let me say, it's a great question. It's also something that our constituents of Leavenworth County, the voters of Leavenworth County are asking too. We're not doing a good enough job. We pointed this out in the LCDC meeting the other night, to let them know the things that Lisa and her team does. How important it is to keep Leavenworth's name in front of all these people, because you never know what's gonna occur.
Yeah.
I remember, and I with Dan Gutschall, we're here working for a Duke Energy plant. And I don't know how many years ago, one of you guys helped me with that. I just happened to help them out a little bit. We're trying to improve it. We did get that, but we spent 5.5 years working on it.
Yeah.
So sometimes these things take forever
They
to
do.
fall out.
Yeah.
And John Q. Public out there and John Q. Voter doesn't understand what it takes. So these are not just fun trips for her. They
But you
take-
know, the other thing too is, if you stay in front of that like we did with, IHOP and the other ones, Quick Trip and things like that, all of a sudden you'll get a phone call. One of these days, all of a sudden, I haven't heard for 6 months, and all of a sudden you get a phone call. That's what we did in Lansing, all the business was brought in. So it's important to make those trips, you have that network and stuff like that, and see what they see in us. We got a tough battle. I mean, we compete with some large places and stuff like that, but we're doing the right thing.
we just need to do a better job of educating our voters about that, because, eventually they're asking, they're under the impression, I believe, comment with basers, you just sit there and collect their salaries, which is so inaccurate
And
for what they do. It's unfortunate, but each of us collectively have taken individual responsibility for taking the time and the opportunity to educate a voter if you get a chance. I'm sorry for.
You're right. One new thing that we are doing this year, typically I would go to an event called
And to Mike's point, I'm sorry, Commissioner's point. Everyone else so
I've
long.
been going, go ahead.
It's often been said, if we're not at the table, then we're on the menu. So I had the pleasure of working with the county as an alternate for the Mid-America Regional Council Board.
Yeah.
And every month, they would hear me talk about, come to Leavenworth County, come to Leavenworth County. So when you talk about interacting with people like Frank Lucas, when I get a chance to interact with Frank White and the other people that were on that board, they knew Leavenworth County was here. We just need to continue pushing that forward.
Right.
Yeah.
In whatever opportunities we get, regardless of what some people might think, Leavenworth County is still the place to be. It is a place that is growing. It's a place that's looking for people to come out. And I remember there was a campaign, Grow Leavenworth. And I remember how I would make sure that people knew Leavenworth County is out there. We've got some great opportunities. Come out and visit. Then I'm gonna end this. I was talking to the mayor of Smithville, and he talked about coming out here and visiting. So
Yeah, we were just out in Parkville, I went over, talked to them, couple in Parkville about some things in the county, they were really receptive. Anybody we can talk to, so keep up the good work, ladies.
yes.
The other event that I've got coming up is the, I'm gonna mess up the acronym, SIOR. Oh, shoot, it's a lot of industrial, commercial, realtors, developers, all those come out. They're around from the Kansas City area. Hundreds of them go to this one night. It's almost like a trade show for industrial and commercial businesses at the Kansas City Union Station. So we've typically just gone, walked around, traded cards with people, talked about Leavenworth County. This year we purchased a booth. So we are going to be standing there trying to pull people in and talk to them about our properties that are available. Just know, we're trying to look for all kinds of new ways to market our community. As you all know, we are now down to a staff of 2, so I would just ask for some grace as we transition through this and try to figure out what we're doing next. And we will definitely miss
I'm sad to see that, but I felt it might be coming, so.
Just real quick, I think I saw in the minutes that you guys hired Diana on like a advisory basis or something.
No, that's and that was a discussion,
Okay,
but it's not been
Okay.
finalized or anything.
It's LCPC looking to continue the good work that she's done with, especially local businesses.
Sure.
She spends most of her time outside, where she was focusing on local business, existing business, expansion of the cereal plant down here. That's an existing business that worked on, you have to, or do that.
I'm not opposed to it. I was just wondering if
Yeah.
there's more information.
I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but we're on camera in case people don't know.
Right.
What we're doing, so that was her focus, so we're gonna find another way to emphasize that now. There's one lower staff.
So we just got out of the other thing that we've been really busy with is budget season. As you all know, we have to submit funding requests to the cities. And then, I also, as part of your staff, I put together the request to the county. So that's finally all done. So we submitted that, done our presentations. However, we have a quarterly update scheduled with the county, Board of County Commissions on the 27th. So that's next Wednesday morning. Anybody that can be there, I'd appreciate it.
I'll be there.
Really? Yeah, so, if there's something you wanna make sure that I include in the report, please let me know to make sure and include it.
And we reached out to Mark, just FYI, since we see going to do it.
Thank
He,
you.
didn't give us any response outside from the fact that he had there at the end of the meeting.
Well, what are you looking for? Are you looking for topics?
Yeah, what would you like us to bring forward and talk about it? He didn't give us any help at all in that particular regard, so.
Have you already got your presentation put together?
I'm working on it.
I'll see if there's something I'm, since we do it so much now, I try to pretty stay up to speed on what y'all are doing and so, but I'll see if there's anything else, anybody else.
Okay.
I'll let you, you know.
We will guidance.
Okay, yeah, I got you, I understand.
Any help you can give us?
I will do that.
And finally, I would definitely need to mention that we attended the Joint Economic Development Symposium, which was kind of, I think, Commissioner Reed's. She shepherded that and brought all the people to the table. There were senators, representatives, cities, the cities in Leavenworth County, commission, board of the county commissioners, LCDC, the Port Authority. Am I missing anybody?
No, I was supposed to,
School boards. Ay, ay, ay.
I was supposed to chair that, my dad passed away, so I was down in Georgia, so I asked Vanessa if she would keep it going. It looked like they had a pretty good turnout out there.
So
It was a election discussion.
it was.
I did, that did get back to me, even down south.
And I think at this time, that's the end of my report for now. I'll talk a little bit about the Golden Shovel ED campaign later when it comes time.
Any questions, anybody? She's still here, she's not excited. That was Greg, thank you for dialing in. We reached a regional transportation. I'd rather you bring it up than me, so go ahead.
Are you ready for it? Can you hear me? Okay, you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't have the report in front of me, but so I'm going off memory. There's been a couple grants that have been awarded. One was for the paving on 4th Street in the city of Leavenworth from Seneca up to Metropolitan. It's a $400,000 grant for a project that I think is a little over $1 million. That project is scheduled to take place in 2027. The other one, City of Leavenworth got a grant for safe routes to school, which looks at ways to make it safer for kids walking to school. And it's a planning grant. I don't think there was an amount listed on it, but that's something that will be coming up too. The STIP, KDOT's asking for public comments on that. There's only 3 projects, and that's over the next 3 years, I believe, 3 or 4 years. There's only 3 projects in Leavenworth County. One of them is the Centennial Bridge. The other is the 4th Street that I just talked about. And then the other is a project downtown for the city of Leavenworth. So a little disappointed there wasn't more in Leavenworth County over the next 4 years that's going to take place, but it's something we need to keep working on and get some more stuff in the pipeline. KDOT has announced they're taking applications for cost share programs. So I need to make sure that the cities and counties know that that's available, that they can apply for those cost share grants. The last thing I wanted to cover, I met with Senator Klemp last week, and we talked about transportation. He was somewhat disappointed in the time frame for the K5 project that was put into the Ike program a year and a half ago. And he wanted to know if we could write some letters to some of the KDOT officials, probably to Secretary Reed, to Governor Kelly, to Speaker Hawkins, to Senate President Masterson, to Representative Bueller, and to him, you know, thanking them for getting this into the Ike program, but respectfully asking if we could move this project up because it is such an important project to Leavenworth County. And I think with all the development that is planned along McIntyre, even though the RHID project didn't go in, there's several others on McIntyre being planned. I think that intersection is going to become a very critical intersection. And that was something that was mentioned in some of the public comment on the RHID too. So I'm working with Bill Knoll. I'm trying to pull some accident data too over the last year or two in that intersection to see what's happened there. But I would like to have permission for the chairman of the Port Authority to sign a letter encouraging those state officials to try to move the project up, the construction project on K5. And I think that's all that comes to mind.
Absolutely.
Thanks for dialing in, Greg. Appreciate it. Any
Sure.
want to talk about the idea of putting a letter together?
I don't think we have anything to do. Let's just do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, how about if I send everybody, we'll get the letter, I'll send everybody a copy of it, so we can look for improvements or ideas, and then we'll forward that. Any little, as Greg would say, anything helps.
Yeah.
It's much like the meeting later on this fall, where we'll go pick out more projects for Leavenworth County. Attendance, more than anything else, every
I'll bring
attendee gets a little dot,
I'll bring
stick
this
on the
up.
wall.
I'll bring this up on the county
Okay.
meeting.
Yeah, I think Bill was going to bring it up at the county too. So I think he wanted to get through budget season. And he talked about maybe that first Wednesday after Labor Day. I think he might bring it up. He was going to talk with Mark.
Yeah, okay. I'll talk to Bill first. Then.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Clarify who is gonna write the letter. Are you asking me to do that?
Yeah.
I can write the letter and I'll send it to you guys for review. I wanted to send it to Bill and Senator Clemp too, and kind of pass it around a little bit. And then I'm going to forward that letter also to all the cities and see if I can get them to sign off on it too.
That's good.
Let's not forget our senator or representative from the south end of the county too. Those are names.
Okay.
She was at the meeting.
Senator Gossage.
Gossage, yeah.
Yeah.
Beverly Gossage.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that definitely.
Greg, while we got you here, do you want to say anything about the industrial site committee at this point?
I don't think anything has happened on that I know of, Lisa. Do you know of any action?
I can say that it's on hold. We just haven't had enough time.
Same thing with future funding, so
Yeah.
they're on our agenda, but if anybody wants to comment or anything, it's allow the time. Thanks, Greg. Get back, take care of Connie.
Okay, thank you.
We're back to you. Yes, yes.
Okay, education campaign. This is where I'm gonna ask for your grace. I owe you all an apology. The last meeting, you all indicated you would like to be invited to the update meetings, the monthly update meetings that Golden Shovel has with the board. And just flat did not make sure that happened. So I attended it, and about 5 minutes before I was looking and I thought, there's no board members on this, so I apologize. And I'm ready to give an update. She has recorded that meeting. I can share that with you if you want. But she's also added you may have noticed, all the board members to the future ones. So you guys are on those invitations and you can click on the link and join that from now on. Deanna Moreau is her name, from Golden Shovel Agency. So I again apologize for that overlook, and I'm ready to give you an update.
So when is the next one, do you know?
It is September, I didn't bring my phone in here. The first Tuesday, I think it is, or is it Wednesday? I think it'll be
Yes,
Wednesday.
two,
It's
2
Tuesday.
o'clock on 9/9.
Yep, there you go. Thank you. All right. So, let's see, sure I have my notes here. Okay, so far, a press release was sent out to kind of let everybody know about, the education campaign. So that was picked up by the Leavenworth Times. We saw that, thank you. Have not seen it in the Tonganoxie Mirror, but it went out to several media. I don't have the link, I'm looking at you, John, they marketing companies send it out and then it goes to several, organizations, so it went out, I mean, it was, the radius of organizations was through the Midwest, I mean, it was lots of states, so. Anyway, what is going to happen, well, you've probably seen some social media, posts that have been going out about that are from the Port Authority. And they include links to go to our webpage. Now you all have a web page on our website, on the LCDC website. They wrote some articles. They're going to submit articles to the newspapers, one a month. And one is going to be about Leavenworth County, how economic development impacts Leavenworth County. And one is going to be about each of the 4 cities. So what they're asking, and this will be, like I said, once a month. So they will ask you all of us to look them over and make sure that they are correct. So I'm going to send that link out to you today. And then if you will, there will be links. You click the link, it's on Google Docs. So you're gonna click the link and you can edit, make comments on the side, however you like. You can say, I don't like this, or this doesn't make any sense, that kind of thing. I would ask that we do, I'll put a date in there, please do it. I'm gonna say a week is enough time, but they need a little time before the next meeting there. So I'll put that in that email for you. Let's see, webpage, news webpage, LCDC. So all those articles will then live on LCDC's newsroom webpage, but also there will be a link to the Port Authority's webpage. Facebook and Google Ads. So I'll have you look up here on the screen. Can you all see that online? Mary shared the screen. Let me know if you can't. So Mary, will you scroll up just a little bit? This is some information about the Facebook. Oh, I got it.
Yeah, sorry.
Facebook ads for July. So I've got the terms here. So if you want to ask me any questions about terms, impressions, and they told me these numbers are good numbers. So impressions over 19,000. Impressions are the actual number of eyes that see your ad. The reach, of course, over 5,000, that's the number of people in a target audience who are exposed to an ad. And clicks, obviously clicking on that link. The number of times a unique user is exposed to an ad for a given campaign. And then the click-through rate, which is the CTR. Click-through rate is the percentage of users who click on links placed in ads. It measures the users actively engaging with your ads. So as you can see just below, you've got the age distribution. It's not a huge surprise that because Facebook is typically within the age ranges of 65 and plus, and then the second group is 55 to 64. And then the gender distribution, about half and half. And we are about 12% through, as of July, through this campaign. Google ad updates. Now, I'm probably going to mess this up, but I did my best to look this up so I can explain this. We are one of their first clients to utilize this. Google Ad works as an online advertising platform where businesses pay to show ads on Google search engine results, such as YouTube, Gmail, Google Maps, and millions of partner websites. It happens like if you're doing a search, you'll see an ad, maybe a display ad, video ad, shopping ad, app ads, all kinds of ways. This is a new platform for them. And so with that, they've got
Is it-
your,
Is it
wait,
targeted just on Facebook and
no,
laptop, or it comes on phones as well?
phones, YouTube, yes, all of that, phones too.
Lisa, let me ask you something on this, but as far as advertising goes, it just, me looking at it. I got into, you know, we all get to certain, subscribe to certain apps on our TV, football and stuff like that. There's one that nearly drove me crazy because I saw it after every commercial and it was about CoreCivic. And I'm not for or against, I'm just saying, they, every time it went to a commercial or went to something, there they were. Is any of our stuff like that? I mean, putting in people's face on a regular basis, is that expensive? I just don't know how that works.
Well, I'm learning,
yeah.
so bear with me, but as I understand, it's more of a behavior type thing, so it's following certain behaviors. So if you you know what, somebody else could probably explain this better, and I would encourage you to look this up. But if you looked up Core Civic at some point, then you're probably gonna receive some more things about Core Civic.
So, but I think they just paid a lot of money to.
Maybe.
That's what I was
Get the local
wondering.
market.
They can geolocate your
Yeah.
device. so
Yeah,
they-
that's true too,
They did what? I'm sorry.
yeah.
To geolocate your device, you can hire a marketing firm. We did this in my old job. You can hire a marketing firm. They will advertise any device that's connected to the internet within a specific region. Your IP address identifies where it's located. So you can have,
I've got,
yeah,
yes, and before the election, I don't know how many. Pittman, Quint had, they
Yeah.
run them back to back.
Yeah.
Before the
Yeah.
last election, yeah.
but yeah, it's not cheap.
Okay, just one. Okay, sorry.
My.
Glad you guys were here to-
Text me, so I don't get any of that.
Okay, you're saying. I'm going to do it.
I think that's, the update. So be looking for that email that I'm gonna send you those links, for those articles, so you can look at those over and make suggestions. And then look, for that meeting in the beginning of September.
This is just a reminder to everybody, or people that might have missed our meeting, this is just a continuation of what we put in place, the golden shovel, and why we hired them in the first place.
Yeah.
Because they had the expertise to do this, and in fact, we're just, 20% through it, basically. It shows how much we're gonna try to get in people's faces and everything, it's an education campaign more than anything else.
Is this the same one that was out at Lansing? Do y'all change it up any, or is it the same format that you're trying to get information out to people? You know, one at Lansing we had, I forgot what it's called, but we were talking about.
Is this one-
Advocacy. He's talking.
Oh, the advocacy, I know that's a little confusing because LCDC at the same time saw a need to educate the community.
Okay.
It's, I mean, we're so close, joined at the hip, that the information's almost exactly the same.
Okay.
LCDC doesn't have a professional organization doing this
Yeah,
campaign.
that's good. It's you and Mary.
Well, yeah.
Well, and they, quite frankly, they're the ones who give us all the data, they crunch all the data for us and everything like that, that's their expertise. And everything like that, but this is, we're just 20% through it. Regardless of the result, when we get done with this, like I said, we have a much more educated. And
Oh, I agree.
voter,
I agree.
everything in between about what we can do, what we have to do in Lebanon County and so on and so forth.
I agree. Okay, thank you.
Is that it? Okay, well, we'll start, how about Josh? I see Josh is there from Lansing.
Hey, guys. We are in process of finishing up some development opportunities with Lansing Town Center. That's pretty exciting for us. And let's see, we got through mill and overlay season fairly quickly, which was good. You know, infrastructure and roads, always good things to take care of. And other than that, I think that's about it. Kind of life as normal for us. So we'll see what's going on with the RHID projects that we've got going right now, rezoning and hearing. Well, the rezoning public hearing will be tomorrow night, and at the Planning Commission, and then the RHID hearing for the Monroe Manor should go on September 18th. So
You've got two of them coming up in Lansing, don't you?
I have one. Fairlane's already been, Fairlane, Greenemeyer's Townhomes has already been passed.
So you're talking about.
And then Monroe Manor, which is on DeSoto, finishing out Fairlane.
Okay.
Fairway Estates, sorry, finishing out Fairway Estates is rezones tomorrow. And then the rezone will go to the city council the same night the RHID hearing will be held, which is September.
Okay.
I keep saying 18th. Let me check that. I think actually it is. No, it's right. 18th. Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
Thanks, Josh. Remember what so long ago that you were fighting water in your offices, so.
Glad to not be doing that anymore.
George? How about you? Anything from Foggy?
Yeah, thanks everyone. We're having a little bit of a spotty Wi-Fi here today, so I'll keep my comments short. We're really prepping for our budget hearing on September 2nd. You know, of note, we're projecting another city mill levy reduction. So that means if we follow through, we'll be at over the last 3 years, we reduced the city mill rate by 5 mills. So we continue. It's not, I know for those that want to hit revenue neutral, it's not, but it's a continued sign of positive growth and not projecting to cut any services. So I think most people would say we're moving in the right direction. So with that, I'll turn it over to everyone else. Thanks.
Thanks, George. Any questions for George Morgan? Yeah, since we have an illustrious member from Baser, anything you want to add?
Yeah, well, I wasn't sure, okay. Yeah, some exciting times for Baser. Yes, Baser is still growing. And it's exciting. The schools are back in session now, so we're asking people to please be careful with dealing with the kids driving and getting back and forth to school. As you guys know, we did lose a 16-year-old.
Yep.
On 2440. KDOT is going to be posting new speed limit signs. I've been looking for them every time I go up and down. 2440, I haven't seen them yet, so they will be coming.
But what did it take before they do it?
What's that?
What did it take before they do it? I did.
Oh, yes.
We were on that, we were all over on that letters. It's a shame.
2440 has been a challenge. I've been on the city council since 2012 and
Yep.
getting, just to get the light put in on 158th and State was a challenge, but we're pleased that, KDOT did that. We are pleased that KDOT is going to be looking at putting the speed limit signs. I'm not sure where the signs are gonna go. I'm not sure how long it's gonna be, the length of the speed limit reduction. But 2440 has a history of claiming lives, so we just need to really do something about it. We have road construction going on in the city of Baser. Again, I'm highlighting the school system because the road construction is right at where the school is at. So people, you know, have to be real cautious and take your time. These are new drivers, these are kids. Don't be speeding through. Some people are complaining that they're having to wait longer periods of time to get through the roundabout to get to the schools. I'm not sure if I can validate that, but I do know this. Slow down. Give those kids the room that they need. We're finishing our budget sessions. We will be looking at submitting that or completing that at the end of, I believe, at the next meeting that we're gonna be going to. Other than that, I will stop at that. I was expecting someone from Baser to be online because they have a lot more information than I do, but that's it.
How about the one at 158th? That's right down from City Hall. How soon will that be done?
There's been some talk, I think in the last meeting, and it's on YouTube, some talk about what's gonna be happening at 155th.
No, this is 158th.
Yeah, that
Right
one
down
right.
from City Hall.
Yeah. That's the new construction. Again, Mark gave us some money, $5.3 million to get that done. So we're working on getting that done, but that brings up that same issue that I'm bringing up. You know, that's a very busy place. It's gonna be just congested.
And the only reason I rash about it, I live out in that area between that and what's going on Tonganoxie Road. We're kind of trapped.
Yeah.
We can't get anywhere except coming through Leavenworth and then going south again.
There is a 163rd Street.
Yeah, I know.
That's all I have for baseball.
I'm sorry, I don't get the shot at you very often.
You know what, hey, I'm a big grown man, I can handle it.
All right, we have a big crew from Leavenworth proper, Scott, Penny.
I think many had to hop off, but I got a few things. First, city commission released their the right of reentry for 600 Cherokee, which most of you know knew as Wilcott Brewing. A private buyer has purchased that property and hopefully we'll do something great with it. Let's see, I think this really only affects you, Lisa, but we're canceling the economic development roundtable for this coming month. We all three of us at the city manager's office have a different event to attend. We are gearing up for our own granite seal projects, which it's granite seal is like chip seal, but just a heavier rock. So we're getting ready to granite seal some streets in the city. We did a kickoff meeting for a study for our new wastewater treatment plant. The Black Beach is going to look into the cost to build a new facility at the existing site because our plant is over 50 years old and needs to be replaced. That's a 8, 10, 12-year project though, so we're just getting started on that. And finally, Trevor Cook, I don't know if those of you don't know, he works in my office, he's assistant to the city manager. He came across a grant for, I don't remember the name of the actual grant, but it's for innovation and technology and transportation that we're going to apply for along Metropolitan Avenue to put some more reactive and adaptive, I guess they're called, traffic signals from 4th to 7th Street to help with the congestion that we get there during the rush hours. It'll make things hopefully a little more smoothly for the grant. So that's all I got.
I see Holly's here. Holly, you have anything to add?
No, unless you can, we got some excited stuff hopefully coming up with the Star Bonds project, which we're excited about for development in Leavenworth. I think everybody will be quite excited about it.
Should have a pre-development agreement signed with the developer and hopefully by the end of this week.
Good, exciting.
Message. All right, round table now. Anybody got anything they want to add?
Just, the county will, we won't be going revenue neutral, we'll swap every speaker radio, but we're wrapping our budget up probably tomorrow. We'll probably be going down another third of the mill levy. We continue to go down except for last year when our building ceiling fell. And we got the final cost of that, and it's just a staggering number, so we're gonna have to look at that real hard. The other thing too, I just wanna make sure people are clear. We had in the chair, we had an interesting RHID meeting in Lansing, which is my district, my home. And I wanted to make sure, even though the vote was 4-1 not to approve that one, I'm very interested in RHID projects. We got 2 more, that's why I was asking Josh on which ones are coming in front of us. But these are kind of new to us, and I think the county's getting crash course on what they really mean. So if anybody read that we're not, or if I'm not supporting RHID, there's gonna be a lot of them coming forth in the county, but especially in Lansing, in my district, my home for the last 50 years. Worked on roads, we had a bridge fail the other day. And that's why, we got 140 bridge for literally the center of a small bridge fell all the way down to the ground. It's a big old hole in it. So we're trying to do that. It was on one to be replaced. But we're trying to keep that mill levy down and you've got to sometimes put things off for a year and hopefully they'll work through it. Now, we do the efficiencies on the bridges like everyone else does. But this one kind of took us by guard, but right now tomorrow, money's gonna be spent probably getting the building back, county courthouse back in operation, because it's just millions of dollars. We get credits from the historical society and things like that, but it is millions of dollars, so that'll be a good one to watch tomorrow, because I don't know where it's gonna go, but we gotta fix the building, so. That's all I have, thank you.
My shark, good luck. Anybody else? Entertain a motion.
Move to adjourn.
Second. Move second, all in favor? Any opposed? Thank you. This is on the 16th. Yeah, it's on the few. Make sure.
Surrounding property.
I'll keep you guys.
I hope you do what you want to do.
I cannot confirm or deny that at this time.